So you and I in the past have talked about uh, helping Ari in situations of overwhelm, like for example, the grocery store. And when I say aggressively, I don't mean in a negative way, but I mean like he can aggressively talk to people like, what's your name? What are you getting? What's in your cart? Kind of like pepper them with questions and
Mhm.
totally miss all social norms and cues.
Mhm.
And so we've worked on that a little bit of, okay, we're going to the store. I really want you to help me pick up the whatever we're getting. This is your job. And so that has been okay. Not awesome, but okay. But I had this experience where it was not my best parenting moment last week where I had to go into a UPS store. And typically, because I know who my son is, I don't like to take him for small errands in the store. And I park in the front, I leave the air conditioning on, I leave him in the car with my phone, like we've got it down. And he's like, Mom, can I come in? I said, sure, buddy. So he comes in and I'm trying to engage with this person who's working, and Ari immediately is, what's your name? Everyone's like, oh, because he doesn't ask it in the nicest way. It's very like
Mm.
almost like a panic. He needs to
Mm.
know this information immediately.
Mhm.
And then I was like, all right, buddy, can you just give me 2 seconds? I need to actually talk to this guy and I can't be interrupted. And so I'm trying to have a conversation. And with these are the luxuries that I think people take for granted is that, you know, a typical 8-year-old could probably just stand there and not
Yeah.
and allow their parent to finish the task. Mine's running over to the copying machine, he's pressing buttons, and I'm like, oh, Ari. So I was like, hey, buddy, here's my phone. Can you just go sit down right there? And it lasted for literally 2 seconds, and then he's up. And then the next thing I know, he's like pulling on a hand dolly, a big metal hand dolly. And I flipped and I lost my cool. I lost my NRF cool. I lost my parenting cool. And I said to him, I said, that's it. You're going to the car. And I moved him to the car. I put my hand on him and I helped him out. And he was like, I don't want to go. And I said, Bud, I I literally can't finish what I'm trying to do with you right here, like this, right now. And I'm sorry. And so I put him in the car and I ran back in and I finished saying the address where I was sending the thing. And then I went to the car and I collected myself because I didn't want to shame him and I didn't want to be mad at him. I said, buddy, that was really hard. And I'm sorry. I really wanted you in there with me, but I needed to get that work done. He said, Mom, I'm really sad. I really wanted to be in there with you.
Mhm.
So I said, I know you did, bud. I know you did, but I can't have you touching things that aren't yours. So I feel like I fixed it in the repair part and afterwards because I said, what could we do next time? So I'm trying to teach him that if he's wanting to touch something that he doesn't know what it is, that at least he says to me, Mom, I'm feeling really curious and I want to touch this. And I
Mhm.
said to him, we can explore it, when I'm done with whatever task I'm doing. But I don't know if that's a realistic goal. I don't know that he can actually have that wherewithal to know that versus just going for it and touching whatever it is.
Mhm. Mhm.
And so
I
I
want
would
to
love,
interrupt you if I can.
yeah,
What would it be like to first do your validating and say, you so want to touch things? When we're in there, you just are so curious and you want to touch things. And what might that be like for the people who are behind the counter? How will you feel to have somebody come and touch all your things if they came and grabbed your toys that were very special to you and you didn't know if they were going to break them or hurt them? How would that be for you? And then present the problem and not the solution. So your solution was I can't have you touching things. But the problem is you really want to touch those things, and that makes people nervous. What can we do about that? And he might come up
Yeah.
with all kinds of frantic answer solutions, or he might be sad. And you just kind of, that's part of sitting in the problem, is dealing with the stress around the problem. So he might get a little dysregulated at a problem, which you were dysregulated about the problem
Hmm.
too, you know? And to sit in
Yeah,
that,
I surely was.
yeah. So like give that time to settle before worrying about a solution. Like just sitting in the problem and exploring our feelings around the problem really helps them build their reflective capacity and makes them better problem solvers.
Okay. So I told him, I said, you know what, buddy, I forgot something at home. So we're going to have to go back to the UPS store again and we can try again.